the sun shine in today. I'm trying to make this darkness go away. I'll paint with colors and I'll sing until my lungs give out. I'm gonna let the sun shine in today. And I will leave my windows open so that I can hear the sound of people talking and the wind blowing in the trees. Oh, I will open up my eyes so I can see the light. Oh, and I'll try to spread my wings so I can fly. Oh, and the darkness starts to fade. Feels like things are gonna go my way. I'm gonna let the sun shine in the day. I'm gonna let the past be filled with smoke. And I will try to fix what has been broken. And take this weight off my shoulders, 'cause I know yesterday ain't coming back. I'm gonna let the past stay in the cold. I will listen to the ocean, let its unsaid words be spoken. And I'll let my mind be carried by the waves. Oh, I will open up my eyes so I can see the light. Oh, and I'll try to spread my wings so I can fly. Oh, and the darkness starts to fade. Feels like things are gonna go my way. I'm gonna let the sun shine in the day.
That was my first real raspberry harvest. We had a couple years ago, but this is gonna be my first year of a substantial harvest. That was just my first harvest of mini. I have a lot of grapes and raspberries and blueberries and a lot of apples coming through, but those are gonna be a couple weeks after everything else. All right, I got all that food inside and put away, and now I'm down in my chicken area. So this is where we're doing our compost system, and I made my last video about it. I just set up some temporary fencing here, and this is where I'm gonna pile up all our food scraps and leaves and grass clippings. And this is only until I get a more permanent structure built. I'm gonna have to build that structure pretty soon though, because my friend Leslie, who I get my chickens from, she actually works at the grocery store in town, and she said she would be able to get me all of their food scraps and expired produce. So I'm gonna be able to get all of that stuff and put here in my compost systems. I actually just got back from her house. I was picking up a load of strawberries, some peppers, artichokes, a bunch of produce, and some cantaloupes. And I just threw these in here, put a layer of leaves on top of them. The chickens are absolutely going crazy for them. This is a great way where I can get some cheap feed and build my compost. This current setup is only temporary. I'm gonna be building a more permanent structure in the near future. My plan is to put a lot of logs into the ground and then weave some logs in between them to kind of make some walls. When one of the bins I build gets full, I'm gonna wall it off and let it sit for however long it needs to before I spread it on my fruit bushes, my berry patch, all of the bushes I have in there, my orchard, the fruit trees that I have, and when they break down long enough, I eventually want to get them in my garden as well. So now that we have everything that we harvested this morning put in the fridge, I'm gonna get back into the garden and start expanding it. If you're new here, I live in northern Wisconsin. I'm trying to grow all my own food, and I have a very short growing season. I'm a little bit behind because this is my first year, and I just built this garden from scratch this year, so I was a little bit behind on my planting. I'm really excited that I was able to get some stuff. I have a lot of stuff coming down the pipe here, a lot of tomatoes, onions, peppers, all the vining vegetables like squash, cucumbers, pickling cucumbers, cantaloupe, more lettuce. I have a bunch of cabbage, zucchini, everything. A lot of stuff getting closer and closer to being harvested. So what I'm gonna do now is work on expanding the garden. Like I said, I wanna grow all my own food, and my garden's not big enough right now to accomplish that. I have a couple beds that I filled up over the past couple days, and I have a giant bed that I've been working on filling up, and it's like, this is gonna be my third day of filling it up. And I still have a pretty decent amount of work left to do. This is what we're calling our mega bed. We call it our mega bed because it's over 30 feet long. There's 4 giant logs in here from trees that we felled to clear space for this garden, all put together to make one huge bed. I'm gonna try to get the rest of it filled up right now so I can get it either planted today or in the next day or so. Another thing I wanna mention is the soil I'm using to fill up the rest of the mega bed is gonna be soil from our new greenhouse area. So we have plans to build a greenhouse here, and the first step of that greenhouse build is leveling off a 20 foot by 20 foot area and putting gravel down. A lot of soil I'm gonna have to scoop out of here by hand, and I thought I might as well repurpose this soil and put it in these raised beds. This is the area where it's going, and this greenhouse is gonna be a little bit bigger than the A-frame one that we have, and we just wanna do something permanent and be done with it and just get everything built year one. So in the coming years, I can just really focus in on growing food and succession planning and harvesting everything at the right time, everything like that. Yeah. Dude was an asshole.
Come on, dude. Can you just not talk?
Okay.